bridging communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530entertainmentllc@gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
Hello and welcome to Millennium News TV 24/7 Global News Update. My name's Todd Goldfinger, and here are today's top headlines. Thank you so much for being with us. A newly released FBI document helps flesh out the contours of an investigation into classified material at former President Donald J. Trump's Florida estate. But plenty of questions remain, especially because half the affidavit, which spelled out the FBI's rationale for searching the property, was blacked out. That document, which the FBI submitted so it could get a warrant to search Trump's winter home, provides new details about the volume and top secret nature of what was retrieved from Mar-a-Lago in January. It shows how Justice Department officials had raised concerns months before the search that closely held government secrets were being illegally stored, and before they returned in August with a court-approved warrant and located even more classified records at the property. Next news. 2 decades after her release from prison, Teresa Beatty feels she is still being punished. When her mother died 2 years ago, the state of Connecticut put a lien on the Stamford home she and her siblings inherited. It said she owed $83,762 to cover the cost of her 2.5-year imprisonment for drug charges. Now she's afraid she'll have to sell her home of 51 years, where she lives with 2 adult children, a grandchild, and her disabled brother. In quotes, "I'm about to be homeless," said Beatty, 58, who in March became the lead plaintiff in a lawsuit challenging the state law that charges prisoners $249 a day for the cost of their incarceration. In quotes, "I just don't think it's right because I feel I already paid my debt to society. I just don't think it's fair for me to be paying twice." End quotes. Next news. A Louisiana pregnant woman who was denied an abortion, even though her fetus has a rare and fatal condition, demanded on Friday that Governor John Bel Edwards and the legislature call a special session to clarify the state's restrictions on the procedure. Nancy Davis, who is 15 weeks pregnant, said she will travel out of state next week for a medically necessary abortion. A state law currently in effect bans all abortions except if there is a substantial risk of death or impairment to the woman if she continues her pregnancy, and in the case of medically futile pregnancies. Nancy Davis, 36, and abortion rights advocates for months have criticized the legislation as vague and confusing. Next news. An Arizona constable who got the job earlier this year when her predecessor quit over frustration about serving eviction notices was shot and killed while carrying out that same duty. The gunman, his neighbor, and the manager of his apartment complex also died, authorities said. The shooting happened just after 11 a.m. Thursday at the Lind Commons Apartments in Tucson, Arizona. Constable Deborah Martinez Garibay and Angela Fox Heath the complex manager, were attempting to serve an eviction notice on Gavin Lee Stansell when he opened fire, according to police. Fox Heath, 28, was found fatally hit. Responding officers found her in a courtyard. A SWAT team went into Stansell's apartment and located a wounded Martinez Garibay, police said. She was pronounced dead at the scene. We're going to take a short break from the daily global English news of Millennium News TV 24/7. Please stay with us. Thank you.
Millennium TV, bridging communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530entertainmentllc@gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
Hello and welcome back to Millennium News TV 24/7 Global News Update. Here's the continuation of today's top stories. Thank you so much for being with us. Flash floods triggered by heavy monsoon rains across much of Pakistan have killed nearly 1,000 people and injured and displaced thousands more since mid-June, officials said Saturday. The new death toll came a day after Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif asked for international help in battling deadly flood damage in the impoverished Islamic nation. The monsoon season, which began earlier than normal this year, has lashed Pakistan with particularly heavy rains, and rescuers have struggled to evacuate thousands of marooned people from flood-hit areas. The crisis forced the government to declare a state of emergency. In northwestern Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province, flooding destroyed the gates of a major water control system at the Swat River, leading to flooding in the districts of Charsada and Nowshera, said Sanya Safi, a top administrator in Charsada. Next news. 6 of the 43 college students disappeared in 2014, were allegedly kept alive in a warehouse for days then turned over to a local army commander who ordered them killed. The Mexican government official leading a truth commission said Friday. Interior Undersecretary Alejandro Encinas made the shocking revelation, directly tying the military to one of Mexico's worst human rights scandals. And it came with little fanfare as he made a lengthy defense on the commission's report released a week earlier. Last week, despite declaring the abductions and disappearances a state crime and saying that the army watched it happen without intervening, Encinas made no mention of 6 students being turned over to Colonel Jose Rodriguez Perez. Next news. With a solemn ceremony to create new cardinals, Pope Francis was poised Saturday to formally expand the ranks of churchmen now eligible to vote for his successor in case he dies or resigns. The latter a step he has said he'd consider if the need arises. Of the 20 churchmen being raised to the rank of cardinal in St. Peter's Basilica, 16 are younger than 80 and thus eligible to participate in a conclave. The ritual shrouded locked-door assembly of cardinals who cast paper ballots to elect a new pontiff. By now, the 85-year-old Francis has named more than half of the elector cardinals. That bolsters the prospects that whoever becomes the next pontiff will share his vision for the future of the church. Next news. Malaysia's top court on Saturday condemned a smear attempt, the leaking of an alleged guilty verdict against the wife of former Prime Minister Najib Razak, days after he was imprisoned for graft linked to the looted 1MDB state fund. The High Court is due to deliver its verdict Thursday in Rasma Mansour's graft trial over a 1.25 billion ringgit, $279 million solar energy project. Najib began a 12-year prison term Tuesday after losing his final appeal in one of the 5 graft cases against him involving 1MDB. The Malaysia Today website, run by a Malaysian blogger now based in England, posted a 71-page document it described as containing a guilty judgment against Rosmah. The report late Friday alleged the verdict was written by unknown people and not by the High Court judge handling Rosmah's case. We're going to take a short break from the daily global English news of Millennium News TV 24/7. Please stay with us. Thank you.
Millennium TV, bridging communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530entertainmentllc@gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
Hello and welcome back to Millennium News TV 24/7 Global News Update in English. Here's a continuation of today's top stories. Thank you so much for being with us. COVID-19 vaccine maker Moderna is suing Pfizer and the German drug maker BioNTech, accusing its main competitors of copying Moderna's technology in order to make their own vaccine. Moderna said Friday that Pfizer and BioNTech's vaccine Comirnaty infringe on patents Moderna filed several years ago, protecting the technology behind its preventative shot, Spikevax. The company filed patent infringement lawsuits in both U.S. federal court and a German court. Pfizer spokeswoman Pam Izela said the company had not fully reviewed Moderna's lawsuit, but the drug maker was surprised by it, given that their vaccine is based on proprietary technology developed by both BioNTech and Pfizer. Next news. It was the kind of story that media reporter Brian Stelter would normally sink his teeth into, if only it didn't involve him. CNN said last week it was canceling Reliable Sources, its 30-year-old program on the media, and letting Stelter go, part of a nascent effort by new management to reclaim a brand identity that it feels was damaged during the Trump era. The news network, now under the Warner Discovery corporate banner and led since spring by CNN Worldwide Chairman Chris Licht, is trying to inject more balance into its programming and become less radioactive to Republicans. How and whether that can be accomplished remains a mystery. Next news. Chinese dissident and artist Ai Weiwei warns against hubris in what he calls such a troublesome time, with his first glass sculpture made on the Venetian island of Murano, with the foreboding subtitle Memento Mori, Latin for "Remember, you must die." End quotes. Russian bombs fall on Ukraine. China is flexing its military muscle in the Taiwan Strait. Migrants die repeatedly at sea as smugglers' boats sink. The earth warms, creating drought, collapsing glaciers, and triggering violent storms. The pandemic lingers, in quotes. We're talking about many, many things. We are talking about immigrants, about deaths, about the war, about many, many issues, end quotes. AI told the Associated Press in Venice on Friday. Next news. The attorney for a California teenager who has accused a Buffalo Bills rookie and two of his former college teammates of gang rape last fall said Friday the NFL team has not contacted him for details, despite saying it had conducted a thorough investigation. The Bills selected Matt Araiza out of San Diego State in the 6th round of the NFL draft in April and named him their starting punter this week. A person familiar with the case told the Associated Press the Bills were not aware of the allegations against Araiza in April. The person spoke on condition of anonymity because the team had not commented publicly about the allegations. Executives from two different teams told the Associated Press they became aware of Araiza's involvement in an incident during the draft process, but neither person knew the extent of the allegations. This has been the daily global news update of Millennium News TV 24/7. Thank you so much for watching. Please log in to get the latest news on all of our social networking sites. That means Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. On TikTok, we are Millennium News 24. Also, our YouTube channel is News Channel M24. Viewers, now on both network broadcasting and TV platforms. Please enjoy our entertainment and latest news and views. Our Millennium TV apps, Millennium TV USA Android, Millennium News Google, www.millenniumtv24.com, and please check out the Millennium Foundation. Stay with Millennium News 24/7. We thank you. We love you. God bless. Peace on earth. Thank you.